sun is set, there's still plenty of light in the stadium for this prime time contest. We've waited all day for this one, haven't we, Brock? It's time for... I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Hewitt up here in the booth, and here we are, Brock, final week of the preseason. One last tune-up for stars and starters, and of course the game where a lot of these great camp stories will clinch a spot on that week one roster.
And I never tire of these great camp stories, and they come from all different backgrounds. Some are undrafted guys, some are vets with a restart on their career, but they use the preseason, in this game in particular, to springboard some momentum into the regular season.
The ball is teed up, kicking team looks ready. And we're off and running from Memphis. Return starts from the goal line. And this return is brought to a halt just across the 10. It's getting out there for their opening drive of the game. And leading them out, one of the league's longest tenured quarterbacks.
Well, here it is, Kate. This is a weekly payoff to all the work you do behind the scenes. All those bonus reps as you stick around and try to develop that chemistry. Think Tom Brady and Deion Branch in the mid-2000s, communicating from just glances and subtle nods. That's the type of stuff they're constantly working on to give them an edge right here on game day.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice, once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Dump off caught by his back. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get games like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Lone back gets the handoff. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It's pretty obvious this defense, man, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard. They go play action here. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Offense sure is marching to begin this game. Here's a first down from the 30. He's dropping back to throw. That's completed right side. And he's in. Touchdown! An excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established and into top gear right here early on.
Right down the middle. Jump out to a 7-0 lead. Team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. He's going to field this at the 2. They get to him before that return can amount to much, just beyond the 15-yard line. For their opening drive of the game. And in his 8th season as a QB, he's the one to lead him out.
Well, here it is, Kate. This is a weekly payoff to all the work you do behind the scenes, all those bonus reps as you stick around and try to develop that chemistry. Think Tom Brady and Deion Branch in the mid-2000s, communicating from just glances and subtle nods. That's the type of stuff they're constantly working on to give them an edge right here on game day.
Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. His first throw is an interception! Back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
Back out for their 2nd drive now. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
And he drives this forward to the 6. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Yeah, that's what I call an absolute no-no. I mean, that just can't happen down here in the red zone. You've got to find a way to get rid of the football, because now you're not only outside the red zone and you put some points that you thought were a guarantee with either a touchdown or field goal, now a little bit in limbo.
Gotta forget about 1st down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on 2nd and goal. Another try following the sack. Completed over the middle. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
From the gun on 3rd down. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal. Celebrating a decade and sends it through. And this one is center chains. Couldn't have hit that much better.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Takes it just shy of that end zone. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. And out to the field, ready for their 2nd drive. They are coming off their 1st interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw. Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Man in motion, headed right. Here's 2nd and 14. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down. Pass play coming here. Complete out to the right. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's not going to get much. A modest gain at best to the 41. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Throwing off the play fake here. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Here comes the unit. And no doubt he wants a good start for himself here in prime time. Go on offense once more. And here in the first, already up to a 10-0 advantage. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Back to throw on 1st and 10. And the trick play doesn't pay off. It's incomplete. Second down coming up. They're going play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a
Oh, it's an interception! And they're back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Well, it's a position you expect interceptions from, Brock, but not a lot of them come easier than that for a cornerback. His teammate makes the hit as the QB tries to throw it, and it really affected how that one came out.
Yeah, that corner's going to get that pick under his stat column individually, but that was a collective effort. It was all about the pass rush. And those great corners, they know it. They know it takes everybody. The guys up front doing their job, and when the ball falls harmlessly in his hands like that, well, he does his job to finish with the INT.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's got a nice gain down inside the 10-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Another carry for him. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. Throwing from the gun. Dumps it off to his running back. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
They'll run for this. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs.
These 4th down runs, it's all about want to and will. Want to keep it conservative offensively, try to move it across, but that defense was having none of it. And now they get themselves off the field.
Out comes defense. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he's stopped. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Back to the well again. And he's brought down for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They will not get another playoff. We're at the end of 1. It's a 2-score game early. We'll get back to the action in just a moment. Time for the second quarter of play. They're looking at 3rd and 6 here. He's going to throw this one. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They're throwing it. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 3rd and 4 coming up now. He'll throw it. Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And 4th and 4 coming up. Set to punt. Another offensive possession. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Back-to-back carries here. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 6 yards on the run, so it's going to be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Got Williams, and it's complete. And this one doesn't go far. They'll pause now for an injured player. Regular season just 1 week away. You don't want to see anybody get hurt here. Hopefully something minor as the medical team works on it. 4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Takes it in at the 26. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 58 yards on the punt there. Possession. Now this offense getting set to work here. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. He picks up 15 on the play. Have a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Man in motion here. Pass play on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home that side. This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
He's on the move.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Take over on offense. And coming off a 3-and-out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. Play action on 1st down. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down. From the gun, here's a handoff. And that defense reacts quickly. Wow, they take him down near the 21. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Looking for a throw here. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Collects this at the 32. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt gets up to 59 yards. To go on offense. And out to the field now. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. To throw it on 1st down. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
Short pass brought in, and he's brought down after a short gain. 3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now off play action. Completed to his running back. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Plowing up the middle. Runs inside the 35. And he's down all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the 1st down.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. The pass is incomplete, but hold on here. We've got a flag on the field. Here's the call. So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag.
Still 1st down.
So now, after the penalty, it's 1st and 15. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Looking right, and he finds him. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Now looking to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So now here comes defense. They trail 13-0 here as they go in search of their opening score. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. They give it to him again. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And 1st down. Handoff now out of the gun. Juke the defender. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And 1st down.
Kate, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
The give now out of the shotgun. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still 1st down.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Memphis. It's looking at 1st and 5. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Fits it through the middle. And they get this down to the 28. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. Throwing from the gun here. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. That sails over his target, incomplete, and now it's 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did the incompletion.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that makes things a little closer. It's now a 10-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And he only gets to around being brought down. Back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. 1st and 10, they're going to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And it sets up 2nd down. Back to throw now. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up 3rd down. One of the tight ends in motion left. Here's a give up the middle. He's got the 1st and more. Past the 25 now. 40. At the 20. He makes it in for the touchdown. Their lead just before halftime. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one splits the uprights. 3-possession lead. Team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Returnable from the 2. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. Turning their offense and this running back to the field. And losing by 3 scores, they'll have a final chance to take at least 3 off the deficit before halftime. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Complete over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Back to throw. Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
2nd and 10 now. He's got a man left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He'll throw it yet again. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They are throwing it again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. They need some extra time to think over 3rd and long. We've got a timeout. Back to throw. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And over as he records his 10th career INT.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
On 1st down, they'll run. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. That brings us to halftime with the front. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the report with Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. This, the final game on the preseason schedule for these 2 teams. After this comes final cut downs, and then we get started for real. The countdown is on. Game on the Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, this is the final dress rehearsal. Still a chance for someone to make a big play that cements his spot on the roster. And to bring it your way, let's get it right back out to Kate Scott.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the 2nd half. Well, 2 quarters left, Brock, for starters and backups alike to get tuned up before week 1. The 2nd half of our preseason finale is underway. And he'll break the 15, but not get much further. Tough field position to start this one out. Being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll run here from the gun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Pass play now. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
The handoff on 3rd and short. Reaches the 40. Inside the 20. He does it. Touchdown. Into the lead coming out of halftime. Wow, great stuff there, Brock. He busted that one open, got downhill, and got in for 6. Huge run there.
Yeah, and this is how you break a game open. He found that lane, and he was gone. What a tremendous effort in the blocking scheme there to just spring him enough so he could take it to the house.
The extra point is up, and it is good. And the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. They get to him before that return can amount to much, just beyond the 15-yard line. Running back, headed back out for a new series. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back gets the handoff. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hits him on the in route. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you can take a lick at any time.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And that brings up 4th and long. Set to punt. And he's going to have to hit this one from the edge of his own end zone. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. Picked up at the 38. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. This offense ready to get going again now. And as much as we thought we'd be watching highlights here, talking about this passing game, Brock, it's been the guys on the other side of the ball who've come in and stolen that spotlight.
Yeah, and in an offensive-driven league, and one that's sometimes even legislated that way, it's nice and refreshing to see a defense put together an effort like this.
Amen.
Be the ones everybody's talking about for how well they've played on their side of the ball.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Trying the right side. Into the secondary past the 40. And he has this all the way down to the 23. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they needed more than one defender there. Powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. This time it's a passing play. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 16.
You can earn your money sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2-for-2 for this kicker.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return starts from the goal line. They'll have a long field ahead of him, partners. He's wrapped up shy of the 15. They'll pause now for an injured player. Regular season just 1 week away. You don't want to see anybody get hurt here. Hopefully something minor as the medical team works on it. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. They'll pause now for an injured player. Regular season just 1 week away. You don't want to see anybody get hurt here. Hopefully something minor as the medical team works on it. Throw on 3rd down. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
He takes this in on his side of midfield. And he's brought down before the return gets far. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. Good starting field position for the... Got it, 1st and 10. Tossing right to the short side. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Stiff arm success. And we'll turn our focus now to the flag down as he ends up out of bounds.
Holding. Offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Here we go, 2nd and very long. And he's dropped. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
He fires one deep. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Up just a little bit shy of the 40 following the tackle.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie, right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
The offense headed back to the field. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 46. This one finds the fullback. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. Pick up a 5 on that play. Have a 1st down. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's stopped after getting this down to about the 44. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Running it now out of the gun. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
He shovels this one forward. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it. It's a gain of 4 there. Have a 1st down. They'll try and throw it here. Escapes the pocket. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Dropping back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short. He's back to throw. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Now a give on the counter. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. They gain 14 on the play. And 1st down. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. And they could use a score. They come into the 4th trailing. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They motion the tight end over. First throw for the backup now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Running it after the penalty. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. And it'll be a gain of about 4, but doesn't shrink the mountain that they have to climb now on 3rd and long. Here's a throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 38 out of the play. And 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
Plowing up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Handoff now out of the gun. And he pushed deep into enemy territory with that, down inside the 25. He picks up 8 on the run, and now they're going to have 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
They'll throw it. Short pass brought in. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in Texas. Angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Here's the handoff. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Dump off caught by his back. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. They'll run here following the penalty. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Call it a gain of 4, and now it's 3rd down, and that unlucky 13.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
Throwing from the gun. And it's caught. Touchdown! Trailed by just a point in the 4th. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Return starts at the 3. They get to him before that return can amount to much, just beyond the 15-yard line. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. They liked how that drive was going, but the ND and the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. On first down, they'll run. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
2nd and 13. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Looking to the air here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Their punter making his way out now. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. Takes this in at the 25. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt goes 63 yards. And they're set to take over. Back out runs their offense. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. A tight end in motion now. Hand off to the back. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Setting up a throw. He has the first over the middle. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes, and what a difference it can make for an offense.
Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown! 4th quarter lead. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
That one right down the middle. And that tie, and now lead by 7. Team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. He's going to field this at the 2. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Here comes their offense out again. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. 1st and 10, looking to throw. And that one's going to hit the turf.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He's dropping back to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Looking to throw. Puts a little too much into this one. That's too high. Brings up 4th down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Punter on now, and he gets into this one. His work begins at the 31. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And they're going to take over possession. Lone back gets the handoff. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Timeout taken by the defense, their second. And with another one gone, they're going to have just one remaining this game. Looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of fourth down.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting up fourth down, well, it picks everybody up on that sideline, and now their offense gets a chance in a one-score game.
Here comes the unit, and he's been getting all of it every time out. Getting about 50 yards of boots so far, and here's another quality effort. He's got it at the 24. And he's brought down before the return gets far. They've got first down from the 31. Back to throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. Setting up to pass. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up third down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had two choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
And he got this close to midfield before going out. It's a gain of 17 on that one. Have a first down. Here he is to throw. Finds it. And he gets it across midfield. He'll look to throw it. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up fourth down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Desperation time here on fourth. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Lined up in victory formation.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So this winds up a win for... And this victory is going to give them a nice shot at confidence as they work through the next couple of weeks and prepare for things to count coming up in week 1. And with Brock Heward and... I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. Winners, as with that, we sign off from Memphis.